Welcome to Gateway Lectures. Here we have a solution to the question number 5, day 16. The 4 questions were done and uploaded. This is on question number 5. We are making it separate due to the time constraint. A sintered product. This is a question on powder metallurgy. These questions till now they are not asked in GATE, but mostly there is a chance of asking in engineering services and also engineering services mains, because powder metallurgy is more significant there in the syllabus, because engineering services covers the vast majority of the syllabus, vast part of the syllabus. So there is a chance of asking these types of questions. This is a basic to say basic chemistry. It is all basic chemistry. It is all about the volumes. The English words what are being used here may be confusing, but the concept is very simple once you understand this question. So let us go through the question. A sintered product made from powder iron, so it is made from pure iron powder, weighs 95 grams in air, okay, 83 grams when it is suspended in water. So when this powder what we are having, it is already sintered. Sintered means we know the sintering in the technique of close compacting the iron powder, nothing but the nanoparticles, close compacting the nanoparticles, right, to form a solid final powder metallurgy component. Okay, so it is done, it is already sintered, and it is found that it is 95 grams in weight in when it is in air, and when it is suspended in water. So when it is thrown into the water, it is 83 grams, okay, and weighs 97 grams when saturated with water. What does it mean is, when the sintered powder is completely soaked with water, to be exactly saying, it is soaked with water completely, nothing but saturated with water, its weight will increase obviously, and it is having a weight of 97 grams now. Now we need to calculate what is the open pore volume. We'll discuss what is open pore volume and also the true volume of this sintered powder, that whatever we make the product, and also we need to calculate the apparent volume. Mind me here, the spelling of apparent was maybe not appropriate, and the other is closed pore volume. We'll see what is open pore volume and what is closed pore volume, and we need to calculate the percentage of theoretical density this product is having. We'll see what is the percentage of theoretical density, and here it in the question is said, take the true density as 8 gram per centimeter cube. So the true density of the material will be 8 gram per centimeter cube. So we'll see the cases here. First of all, we'll see how the powder sintered powder component will be. See, when we observed it under a microscope, we know these components whatever sintered, even there will be air gaps in between, some other types of impurities in between, so there will be a chance of everything. So whenever this sintered powder particles, the white particles you are seeing here, all those are the metal iron powder particles. Okay, what all we are seeing here is the metal iron powder particles, and here if you can observe, I'll be showing you with some colors. So let's take blue. Okay, whatever spaces you are seeing here, all these colors, so maybe these colors are not visible, but I'm trying my best to show you. Okay, let us do with white. I think white you are able to see. So when we are seeing this, all the space we are having, this complete space is filled with air. Okay, whenever we take this sintered product, when we analyze it on a microscope, there is very voids in between the particles, because these are the general iron particles, and it is not sure that they will be in the form of a spheres, or they will completely form a product where there is having no porosity. So these will have the air gap in between, so it will be completely filled with air here. Okay, and there will be other gaps also, and those gaps are called as closed pores, because see, if you can observe here, this particle, and this particle, and this particle, and this particle, and this particle, the 5 particles are very close, such that there is no gap of entering air into that particles, or not. So but already it is filled with air, but there is no possibility of entering any air again into that. So that types of pores are called as closed pores. So they can't allow any air to enter, or it will not allow the air to leave out. So those type of pores are called as the closed pores. Generally I've already shown with the red color there. These are the closed pores. So there are 2 types of pores when we talk about the this porous material. Generally this is a porous material, right? So whenever we talk about the porous material, there will be 2 types of pores. One is called the open pores, in which air can enter. See, here air can enter and somewhere air can leave. Here air can enter and somewhere it can leave out. So those type of pores are called open pores, and the other pores are called as the closed pores. Okay, the other pores are called the closed pores. And it is said that this sintered product, which is made of pure iron powder, it is immersed in water. It is generally, if it is in air and it is weighed, and it is found that it is having a weight of 95 grams. And we know, whenever we are telling weight of something, it is generally measured in air, and that weight is called as the true weight. Okay, it will be called as the true weight. Okay, first we will make some points here. What is a true weight? True weight is weight of the substance measured in air. Because we know, when we are doing experimentations on in our day-to-day life, all those experiments, we measure weight, we'll be measuring in terms of when it is in air. We don't mind whether it is having porosity. Every product will have some porosity. Even human skin will have porosity, solid rod will have porosity, everything will have porosity. But for our analysis purpose, we think it is completely filled with material, but everything will have porosity. And when we are measuring the weight, we are exactly measuring the weight in the air. Mean the air filled part, air filled in the voids, air is filled in the voids, then we are measuring the weight. So weight of the substance measured, so weight of the fluid measured in air is called a true weight in air. Okay, now we'll see when, and this substance, it is said in the question, when this sintered product is kept in the water, it is thrown into the water, we know water exerts some buoyancy. Okay, so what happens is, whenever we send into water, in this all pores, instead of air, water occupies all these open pores. So completely all these open pores will be occupied by water whenever it is sent into water. But only the parts of this closed pore, there is no access for water, right? And we know by Archimedes principle, this is our container having water. Say water will denote by blue color. It is having some water here. Okay, whenever you keep this type of porous materials into that, okay, it is having some voids and also some closed pores. Okay, and also some closed pores here. Okay, this water, whatever we are taking, whenever it is kept in water, the total volume in which water can't occupy, that volume of water will be displaced. We know that if there is a solid product and you fill the water till the brine, till the complete top part of the whatever container you have taken, and whenever you keep the substance into that, the water displaced will be equal to the volume of this object it is occupying in the water, right? So the water can occupy the open pores, but it can't occupy the volume of this pure metallic powder particles and also the closed loops, the closed pores. So it can't occupy the volume of the closed pores and also metallic powders, right? And the volume of the water which is being displaced here, it is called as the apparent volume. So the weight of the water that is being displaced there, it is called as the apparent weight. So generally when we talk about apparent weight, we will be doing with respect to fluid only. So it is called the apparent weight. It is the volume of the water that is displaced when this sintered product is suspended in water. Okay, and when we know true weight, when we know true density, we can calculate true volume. We'll make all the calculations next. We'll see the terms involved here. So the apparent weight is nothing but the volume of the water that is displaced when suspended in water. For what volume it will displace the water? Nothing but this void, this metallic powder particles and also closed loops. In this volume, the water can't enter, right? The water can't replace them. So this volume is occupied inside the water. So that same amount of the volume of water will be displaced out, and that is called as the apparent weight, right? And next thing is, whenever we said it is kept in water, it will occupy the complete volume on the open pores. So it will completely occupy the open pores. So here, to calculate the open pore volume, we can say that it is nothing but, so first of all we will calculate the open pore weight it is having. So to calculate the open pore weight, we can say it is nothing but the weight of this product in air, weight in air minus the weight in water. What does it mean? It is, if it is in air, it is having some pores which is filled by air. When it is kept in water, it is filled by completely with water. So the additional water, the additional weight whichever it is getting when it is, the decrease in weight whichever it is getting when it is in water is nothing but due to the open pores filled with water, right? So the weight in air is, suppose here in the question it is given 95, then the weight in water is said to be 83 grams. Then what is the weight, it is said the weight in water when it is completely when it is completely saturated means nothing but it is completely filled with water. So that weight will be not 83, it is given in the question as, it is weight of the water, weight in water when it is completely filled, saturated with water, nothing but it completely absorbed water. It absorbed water means it completely fills the open pores with water, minus the weight when it is in air. Okay, that gives the open pore weight, okay, open pore weight, that comes out to be 97 minus 95, that gives us to be 2 grams. So the water whichever, when this complete sintered product is saturated, it is having the weight of 2 grams. Okay, it is having a weight of 2 grams. Then how can we calculate volume? We know density is equal to mass upon volume. If it is density is for weight, then we can say density is equal to weight upon volume. Here the mass was known, so here we are using the mass was known, 2 grams. Density is equal to mass upon volume. From that we can calculate volume is equal to mass upon density, and it is nothing but 2 upon the density of who filled this complete pores. Water had filled the complete pores, so density upon water. And generally the density of water in CGS unit will be 1 gram per centimeter cube. Okay, so here the volume will be 2 centimeter cube. So this is all the open pore volume. And how to calculate the closed pore volume? The closed pore volume is nothing but the volume that is closed by the iron powder, that is not allowing the water to enter. So the volume enclosed by the iron powder particles, that doesn't allow water to enter into that enclosed volume. That volume, total volume in the product, is called as the closed pore volume. And how can we calculate that? That will be calculating by subtracting the true volume which is having in the air when it is having a true weight minus the apparent weight, nothing but the apparent weight minus the thing. We'll do it mathematically, then you will understand it easily. So you understand one thing, what is open pore and what is a closed pore, and also understand what will be the true weight. And apparent weight is nothing but the weight of the water displaced, that will be the apparent weight. And open pore volume is whenever this complete thing is saturated with water, it is completely absorbed the water, there is no space left. But this closed pore volumes, the water can't enter, I have already said that. So the remaining open pores, it completely absorbed the water. Okay, then whatever weight it is having, that minus the weight in the air gives the weight of the open pores, nothing but the weight of water occupied in the open pores. Then from that, if we know the weight of the water occupied and density of the water, we can calculate the volume of the open pores. So once the volume of the open pores was known and the volume of the sintered powder particles was also known, then it is easy to calculate the closed volume. So we'll make it mathematically, then it will be very clear to you. So first we'll go through this. Though the first thing we said already, when water fills the open pores completely, when it is saturated with water, then we can calculate the open pore weight. Okay, and that open pore weight is nothing but, when it is completely saturated with water, it is having a weight of 97 grams. When it is in air, it is having a weight of 95 grams. That means who occupied this 2 grams? The 2 grams is occupied by water filled in the open pores. Okay, so therefore this 2 grams of water occupied, the 2 grams of water, 2 grams of water occupied the open pores. So we need to calculate the volume of open pores. So once the weight was known, nothing but the mass was known, then how to calculate volume? Volume is equal to the mass upon density, and here the mass comes out to be 2 grams. And who occupied the 2 grams? Water. So here we need to take the density of water, and we said density of water in CGS will be 1 gram per cc. So this comes out to be 2 centimeter cube. That is all about the open pore, and this is the open pore volume. So one of the answer was finished. Now the next case, we need to calculate the true volume. That is also asked in the question. True volume. We said the true volume is nothing but the true weight. Nothing but the weight it is having when it is in air. We know that weight will be measured for any object when it is in air. Okay, true weight upon true density. Right, the true weight is given in the question when it is measured in air is 95 upon the true density was given as 8, and this comes out to be 11.9 centimeter cube. Understood? And next comes our third one, apparent volume. And I've already said to you the apparent volume is nothing but the volume of water displaced when this sintered product is completely submerged, nothing but completely suspended in the water. Okay, then what amount of water will be suspended out, and what amount of water will be spilled out. And generally that we can calculate. Before that we need to know what is the weight of the fluid. Weight in the fluid. When it is the weight in the fluid, nothing but the when we place this sintered product in the water and we measure with a spring balance, so what will be the weight this is having? That is given in the question. It is having a weight of 83 grams, and that will be nothing but the dry weight, nothing but when it is in air, minus the apparent weight. Why it is apparent weight? This apparent weight, whatever is having, that is what the displaced, that is what the amount of water displaced, right? So we need to subtract it from the dry weight to get the weight of the in the fluid. So suppose this is our beaker in which filled with water. So you placed your object into this. So whatever the volume it is occupying, the same amount of volume of water will be displaced out. So in this situation, when we keep a weight balance here, when you keep a weight balance and measure the weight of this, you'll be getting some weight. That weight is called the weight in fluid, and that is given in the question as 83. Okay, and if it is 83, and if this originally it is having 95, then what is the left out, what is the sent out is called the apparent weight. Okay, that apparent weight is of the water. Okay, what amount of weight that was lost in water is called the apparent weight. Understood? So here apparent weight is nothing but the 95 minus 83, nothing but the dry weight when it is in air minus the weight when it is suspended in water, right? So it is a dry weight was given in the question 95. From that we will be getting our apparent weight. So apparent weight. So apparent weight we will be getting 95 minus 83, and it comes out to be 12. Okay, and then once the weight was known, this is the weight of the volume displaced, right? So the apparent volume can be calculated now. The apparent volume is equal to 12 into the density. The density we know it is 1 gram per cc, and this comes out to be, it is weight was known, it is 12 upon the density 1. Okay, and this comes out to be 12 centimeter cube. This is our apparent volume. Understood? This is our apparent volume. Now the final thing left is closed pore volume. Closed pore volume. Okay, and here I've said whenever we take in a beaker, okay, and whenever we place it inside this, these all will be the particles, and there will be some closed pores inside. Say suppose here we are having closed pores. I will denote it with some other color. With red I am making. Say somewhere here we are having our closed pores. Okay, and these closed pores cannot be occupied by water. So the whatever water that is displaced out will also account for the closed pores and also the metal powder particles. So the closed pore volume can be given by whatever be the apparent volume we are having. That is the volume. See what contributes to this apparent volume? These particles. Suppose here are the particles, and suppose these particles are forming a closed things like this. we are forming the closed pores. Okay, these particles whatever here can also be not occupied by water, right? They cannot be filled by water because they are solid particles, and these closed pores can also be not filled by water, so that the volumes which it can't be filled by water, the same volume of water will be spilled out. Once think with a calm mind, you will understand. This solid particle, it can't be replaced by water, and this closed pore can't be replaced by water. So whatever things the water can't replace, that will be occupied in the water, and whatever the things that is occupied in the water, the same amount of water will be spilled out. Nothing but the apparent volume. If we subtract apparent volume minus the true weight, nothing but the weight of these solid particles, then comes our closed volume of the closed things. This apparent volume includes the volume of the solid particles and also the volume of the closed particles, closed pores. So if we subtract the true weight, true volume is nothing but the volume of the solid particles, all the solid particles together. So if we subtract the apparent weight minus solid particles, then we will be left with the volume of the closed particles, closed pores. So here the apparent volume minus the true volume gives our volume of the closed pores, and the apparent volume we calculated is 12 minus the true volume we calculated, that is 11.9, and here comes our 1.1 centimeter cube is the volume of the closed pores. So in our question we've answered the open pore volume, we answered the true volume, we answered the apparent volume and also the closed pore volumes, and finally left with the theoretical density. And it's nothing but not exactly theoretical density, it is the percentage of theoretical density. So what is this? Theoretical density was given in the question as 8. So what percent this sintered product is having exactly of that given theoretical density? And that is given by percentage of theoretical density is bulk density. It is the ratio of bulk density to the true density. So we'll see what is bulk density. Bulk, in the name itself we can tell, in a bulk, in a total, right? And that is true weight, nothing but the dry weight upon bulk volume. So the volume bulk, we'll see what is the bulk volume here. Bulk volume, generally the bulk volume is given by, bulk volume is nothing but volume of solid matter, nothing but the volume of the iron particles, the pure iron powder, solid matter, plus volume of open pores, plus volume of closed pores. So this whatever solid sintered product we have, that will have solid particles, that will have open pores, that will also have closed pores. So we need to take the total volume on a bulk, so it is called as the bulk volume. So calculating the bulk density, it is true weight, nothing but the dry weight upon this bulk volume gives the bulk density. Okay, so volume of, we know the volume of solid, yeah, we've calculated, nothing but the true volume 11.9, plus the volume of the open pores we've calculated in the question initially 2, plus the volume of the closed pores we will calculate here 0.1. okay, and that all comprised to be 14 centimeter cube. Okay, here since bulk volume is obtained, we will calculate the bulk density, and we know the bulk density is true weight upon this, so it is 95 upon 14. Okay, and now we need to calculate the percentage theoretical density is equal to 95 upon 14, and that upon the theoretical density is given in the question as 8, and into 100 to make it percentage, and we get it as 84.8214%, and this is our answer. Don't get scared for these type of questions, just understand the concept. You keep pen and paper and observe, make an observation. We are having a sintered product, we know the sintered product is having some pores, and there are two types of pores I've discussed. One will be the closed pore and one will be the open pore. So when it is placed in water, what exactly will happen? Okay, you analyze them, then this is a question of very easy thing. Once you understand the thing, this question you can just solve in 2 minutes. It's a question that can be solved in 2 minutes. Okay, thanks for watching. Jai Hind.